why, when I'm finally getting my courage up to face one of my tests, is it getting harder? I mean, don't I get credit for at least trying? And shouldn't that be half the battle? And shouldn't I be able to just now get through it? Not necessarily. Maya gets nervous. Now, if you are doing something in your life that is making Maya nervous, that's a good sign. That means you're doing the right thing. For example, sometimes in people pursuing Kriya, initiation, right before the initiation, means, the last few weeks even before their first initiation, we even warn people now, almost as a matter of course, make sure that you're practicing Hong Sa, make sure you're energizing, make sure you're doing Om and these other techniques, and also watch out for lots of tests in this last week going up to the initiation. And by golly, you find people go through it. It's because Maya says, uh-oh, somebody has found the airlift out of my circus. Kriya Yoga Master described as the airplane route to God. And so Maya clutches at your ankles as you're going out. And yet, all of these tests are within our ability to overcome them. As the phrase, some of you may have heard this saying that, I know God doesn't give me more than I can handle. I just wish He didn't trust me so much. Because the tests that come can be pretty big, and our way to succeed, our victory through them, may not always be what we think it is. In other words, it may not be the perfect comeback to that person who is always heckling us, or it may not be victory in terms of getting the highest score or whatever. It may be in admitting we were wrong. It may not be in getting away with what we did that was wrong. In fact, we were standing in line to go through immigration, where you show your passport and all this stuff, and they let you back into the country. And there were this husband and wife and 2 children. The son was probably about 7, and the daughter was maybe about 4. And they were, it had been a long flight. We had all been on the same plane together, and the kids were doing the best they could, but they were getting into the so they were fighting over a neck pillow, and somehow this was the ultimate prize. And so she had the neck pillow, and then he took the neck pillow. And so the mother, give the neck pillow back, so that she grabbed the neck pillow back, and then, whatever. I mean, it's just a neck pillow. I don't know why, but it became the cherished object. But it's kind of like one of these sense objects that we pursue that seem so wonderful, and only that infatuation, only that neck pillow will make me happy. She had it, and so. Then at some other point I missed sort of a few chapters of the drama until they were in front of us again. And then I saw her kind of go like this and hit him. And he went... And I was thinking, gosh, you're a 7-year-old strapping young man, I think you can handle it. But it was just sort of half-formed in my mind. And then, and his mom saw him, and she turned to the daughter and said something, and then she turned away, but the son, but I could still see his face, and he went, and I thought, gosh, what a universal sentiment in every language, in every culture, in every age. I confess, as an older sibling, my own record is not completely clean. I'm not sure. So, it's not always spiritual victory to get away with our mistakes. And so when you get caught in a mistake, just think, great. As it says in the reading, now that I know what my challenges are, I can face them. Now that I know what this bad habit is, now I can overcome it. As Swamiji said, be glad when you see a fault, because it's been there all the time. And so now when you see it, then you can work on it.